Well, the presidential race right now seems to be a never-ending set of plot lines of crazy and weird and absurd and every descriptor you can think of that makes you think you have no idea what's going on. We're about to get a bit of a disruption in the presidential campaign for a little bit of crazy and absurd on Capitol Hill. The next 6 weeks, as Congress tries to figure out how to fund the government, as congressional Republicans try to figure out how to work with each other, there is something that is hanging over all of it, and that is the future of John Boehner. Conservatives, particularly Tea Party conservatives, are frustrated that they always seem to, quote unquote, lose to Barack Obama, whether it's on Iran, whether it's on health care, you name it. There's this feeling that they don't know how to win, and the big complaint is that Republican leaders on Capitol Hill, they don't, quote unquote, do whatever it takes to try to stop Obama. And this is all going to come to a head when they try to figure out what to do with Planned Parenthood. The right wants to defund Planned Parenthood. John Boehner wants to defund Planned Parenthood. But the likelihood of it actually happening is very, very low. Between a presidential veto, between 60 votes in the Senate, unclear what Mitch McConnell's going to do. But what happens if they don't, when it actually happens, when they don't end up doing it? And who's going to get blamed? And this is why John Boehner's job is in more jeopardy now than it ever has been before. And why? Because he is the one leader in Washington. As the base, as we're finding out, they can't stand any elites right now. They don't like any of these elected officials. That's why it's Trump, Carson, and Fiorina rising, and it's Bush and Walker and Rubio sinking. So they want to punish somebody, and it's John Boehner that's in the crosshairs. They can do a motion to vacate the speaker chair. That motion can get called up at any time. And I can tell you, leadership is very, very nervous that for the first time, if that motion gets thrown out there, particularly after it comes at unable to stop Iran, unable to defund Planned Parenthood, and it looks like as if Barack Obama gets more of his priorities than Republicans get, this is probably going to happen. And then what next? You think it's crazy now with Trump and Carson in the presidential race? Watch what happens if suddenly Republicans lose their speaker.